Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife, Marie. And you are going in Smackdown Live.
Hi, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke watching Going in the Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, available wherever podcasts can be found. All right, everybody, if you're watching this right now on the YouTubes, smash that like button. Let's get this thing up to 639 likes. How about that? Appreciations to Larson for supplying the beer today.
Skull.
Why did you put it in a little cup?
Because I want people to see the color. It's a very important thing when drinking beer sometimes, because sometimes...
Oh, that's pretty good.
It is good. This is from, what did I say it was? Foreign Object Brewing in... Where is it?
Where is it from?
Stratford, Connecticut.
Donde? Oh, okay.
This particular
Connecticut, appropriate.
As is Foreign Object.
Stamford, Connecticut.
Yeah, that's where WWE's headquarters.
This
was called Chaos Therapy. And at one point, they used to call Chad Gable's roll through German suplex Chaos Theory.
Cool.
I went to this beer place by my house.
Yeah.
And went everywhere I could to find something that might be remotely, thematically appropriate for tonight's SmackDown. Because I knew the Intercontinental title match. And if there's a beer with Monster in the name, I was going to get that.
Was there anything with tumbling stocks in the name?
No.
Because, by the way, hold off on buying WWE stocks.
Wait till the financial report comes out.
I wanted to ask my sister, because she does that stuff.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, if a company makes some big move in advance of their financials, is there usually an additional stock drop if that happens? I have not asked her yet. Would it be considered, if she gives me advice, is that considered, it's not considered insider trading?
No,
because
she has no inside information about the internal business affairs.
This is historic. She has historical knowledge, probably.
She's doing the job of what a stockbroker or financial person should be doing, is reading the information out there. Well, I mean,
it's kind of obscene that my sister is like a pretty big wig at a major global investment firm, and I have not taken advantage of that at all.
Yeah, you could
all.
You could have retired by now.
I could be sitting on a gold mine.
No, but just reading the not even the tea leaves, but okay, they got their financial report next week for Q4. They're trying to cut off the precipitous drop, I think.
Yeah.
By making these changes, but depending how bad the report is, it could go down more.
You would think so.
If it was really bad.
Yeah, if it's really bad,
then it's going to go down more.
Yeah. In which case, buy, because it's going to eventually. Hey, look, eventually Disney's going to buy it. That's the end game for pretty much every. Eventually, Disney might even buy us, because I think they're just going to buy up every entertainment.
Going in Raw land.
Yeah, there you go. That's great. Mickey's going in Raw.
So let's before we continue the show, in case people want more information about this beer, I don't know if they have a website. It doesn't say on here. It's pretty good. It says this is Foreign Objects, New American Hoppy Ale made with Pilsner malts. You like Pilsner?
I like Pilsners.
And frenetic amounts of Mosaic and Chinook hops. Underneath the terrible hubris of civilization pulses the inescapable force of chaos. The elemental. This is like some Jay Peterman type stuff.
the element.
Okay, that was all the information. Everything else is descriptive, but it's pretty good. And the label's pretty cool too.
I found myself in the Mojave Desert.
It's great.
Somehow he gets to Chaos Theory. Anyways, so yeah, thank you for the beer. I appreciate it, because it's SmackDown, beer down. That's what we do.
Yeah, so I'm thinking every week, more or less, I'll go to the beer place near my house because they have a fantastic selection. Find something that seems thematically appropriate for the episode and go from there.
Right on. Before we get started, also, for you Star Trek nerds out there, me and Tim Spulak did another Picard review. It's going to be going up first thing in the morning over at youtube.com/Friendoville. Shout out to Tim for being just an excellent co-host.
Tim is the best.
He's really great. He is the official best man of Going In Raw.
He's going to replace me someday on the show, probably.
If you die, I'd totally fly him out here. Absolutely. He'd be great.
What do you? What if the future Going In Raw is not Steve and Larson, but Tim and Cal?
I'd be fine. I'd be fine. I mean, we don't even have to die for that one. Tim and Cal put together a good financial package to purchase
There you
Going
go.
In Raw.
There you go.
And then I'll
All
give it to
this, all this can be yours.
I'll give it to my sister, and she'll just make money for me from money. It'd be great. I'll be honest though, I thoroughly fucking enjoyed SmackDown.
It was
tonight,
fun.
man.
It was a huge dumb episode.
Michael Cole seemed like he was having fun for the first. I think Vince needed this. I think playing Boar on the floor with his senior staff was probably enough to make the guy want to just end it all himself, business-wise. And I think that he needed to be screaming in Michael Cole's ear, "Someone's gonna eat some dog food tonight," because Michael Cole would not stop screaming that at the top of his lungs, and it made me laugh every goddamn time he said it. I was all in on the dog food shit. I'm glad that they kept this to a silly episode of SmackDown where they oversold it, overdid it, had it out there with that one PA stirring the dog food. Corey Graves, why is he stirring the dog food?
You stir it, but there's still like the shit at the bottom of the can that congeals together. Like, dude, got to stir it better because that was still floating at the top.
Well, you want that shit. He had a headset on. McMahon was probably telling him,
Leave the chunky shit in.
leave the chunky.
All that congealed shit will stick in their hair. It'll be great. But it's going on Baron. He doesn't have any hair. It'll look great on his head.
It'll be so shiny on his big bald head. Oh man, so I don't know. I got a kick out of it. I thought even the matches were a lot of fun. Like the tag match that went like 20 minutes.
Oh, for the number one contendership?
Yeah, that was a good match.
Yeah, we knew going in exactly who was going to win based on the competitors involved.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
As soon as John Morrison's song kicked in, I was like, oh, there's your winner.
Mm-hmm.
Who ate the pin in that match?
Scott Dawson. There's news about the old revival, too.
All right. Yeah.
Out the door.
Man, FTR versus Lucha Bros.
Young Bucks versus FTR.
Probably at All Out, right? Or double. Might even be double or nothing.
No. Dash is still under contract till June because he broke his jaw.
They're going to be Matt wrestling a lot. They're going to be keeping it safe.
And taking a lot of pins.
Yeah.
On their way out the door.
Hey, good for them, man, if that's true. So, like, the latest thing is, I think this came from
Body Slam.
Body Slam.
Well, of course, we'll backtrack a little bit. Maybe we'll do a news brief about this, depending on how this beer goes afterwards. Alvarez.
Sobering up news brief.
Could be. Alvarez said on Wrestling Observer Live that the revival asked for the release again. Brian Alvarez, take it with a grain of salt.
Sure.
But then bodyslam.net says that they apparently turned down contracts that were larger than what Gallows and Anderson got, which they reported were $700,000 each per year.
Wait, did Gallows and Anderson actually get 700? Fuck. That's crazy.
I know, good for them. And that, as it's put in there, they're just ready to go.
Yeah.
They're just ready to go. Ready to go to AEW.
Well, when you're ready, you're ready.
Yeah, man.
I mean, here's the thing. You can do AEW for like 2 or 3 years and come back to the WWE. And, I mean, assuming they haven't been bought by Disney or whatever, or assuming WWE and AEW hasn't been bought by Disney at that point, you might get, a good chunk of change there. Anyways.
Or just, go to AEW, enjoy wrestling, or go to New Japan, enjoy wrestling. Mm-hmm. You don't have to go back to WWE.
Yeah. So for those of you watching live, apologies. It does seem like the stream died.
Problematic.
It looks like they're trying to use the defib on it, man.
Yeah, man.
They're trying to do the defib.
Andre Knox has huge news here too. Chase Owens said that today is his last day of his New Japan deal.
No!
Apparently, the Crown Jewel is about to be free agent number 1.
No!
Who's going to take the pins in Bullet Club now?
I mean, it's not going to be Tokyo Pimp, is it?
Yeah. That's exactly who it's going to be.
Don't they need to get somebody else? Tokyo Pimp, he brings the lovely ladies, though. You would think you don't want to have that guy eating the pins. What if he leaves? He takes the lovely ladies with him. Oh, man. Wow. Who's going to... Yeah, that's rough. Anyways, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I don't know.
So, I guess we should just hop right into this.
This is a YouTube issue with the stream here, yes? Yes.
Let's see here. This looks like it might be us issue.
Oh, there's drop frames.
Yeah, it looks like there's drop frames.
Oh, drat.
Nothing we could do about it.
Drat.
Yeah.
All right, our apologies. Oh, complete again. Anyways, let's just carry on. I guess this will have to be an upload.
Yep.
So they start the show, and it's billed as a Super Smackdown, and I understand the big game is on Fox this Sunday, and they want an integration. And then they tasked some PA to hastily scrawl Super over the Smackdown logo and like whatever the first font was on his computer.
At least. Well, no. You know what? It did look like the Super from Street Fighter.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Mm-mm.
Let me see here.
Mm-mm.
Super.
No, it basically looked like Comic Sans with like a tilt on it.
Logo.
I know what you're talking about. The S in Street Fighter looks way more intricate than that.
All right, hold on a second.
It was a very basic font.
Is our internet just completely crapping on us or what? What's going on here? It says connected secure. Super Street.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
It wasn't nowhere near that intricate.
Okay, what am I thinking of then? Okay, you know, you're right. Okay, so I was thinking of something else then. All right. I mean, maybe you're right. At first I looked and I was like, oh, what the hell is that? It did look like somebody just dropped a turd on top of it.
A default font on top of it.
Yeah. But then I was like, oh, that's from something. But no, I was just being optimistic. Maybe because I was so tickled by Michael Cole screaming incessantly about the dog food thing.
About dog food.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I understand they want, because like before SmackDown began, at least on my particular feed, there was a commercial, a Super Bowl pre-game commercial with Rob Lowe and Jason Biggs promoting their shows on Fox.
I was really
NFL
disappointed.
set.
I was really disappointed that Rob Lowe did not wear his NFL hat and
I know.
make some joke about that.
But his whole performance was like his character from Parks and Rec.
It was Chris Traeger. It was totally.
Which doesn't seem to be the same type of character he's playing on.
It's not.
911 Lone Star.
It's not.
Where the hell that show's called.
I watched a moment of that show and I was like, this would actually be great if it was Chris Traeger or Sam Seaborn from The West Wing.
There you go.
Either of those would have been fantastic.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyways, so they call it Super Smackdown, but they can't actually say, Super. They have to say big game.
They can't say Super Bowl. Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. Say what the fuck I want. Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl.
So we can get sued by the NFL.
What are they going to do?
Sue us.
Oh, give me a break.
Can't say it.
They're so weird.
They're draconian. That's the word, draconian, with their intellectual property.
It's so weird, though. Like, they're on Fox. The Super Bowl is on Fox.
Fox doesn't own the trademark to Super Bowl. NFL does.
No, I know, but like they're the place the Super Bowl is running.
This year, yeah.
They would have some sort of say over marketing.
Apparently, the only entity that the NFL has allowed to use the phrase Super Bowl is Doritos.
Here's
that commercial with Terry Bradshaw and Deion Sanders, where they say Super Bowl just about as many times as you did not that long ago.
Well, here's the funny thing. Is that Fox obviously said to the WWE, hey, we got the Super Bowl on Sunday. We'd like to do some integration. This is a weird conversation. We'd like to do some. At
some point, we'll get to talk about SmackDown, but thank you for indulging us.
We'll do some integration. And they're like, okay, cool. We'll call it Super Smackdown for the Super Bowl. Okay, cool. Don't say Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a second, though. You want to advertise something that we can't say. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
You can't say it, but we want to advertise it.
Yeah, totally.
So obviously use the big game.
Yeah.
I hate that so much. It's
pretty ridiculous.
It's so stupid.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyways, the show started with Roman Reigns and the Usos coming down for a promo. Roman starts out saying, man, I'm really happy. I got to whip Baron's ass all over that baseball stadium at the Rumble. But the bad news is, and Jey Uso says, you lost. And Roman goes, yeah, I lost. I don't like losing, so I don't like talking about it. Talking about the Rumble. So he's being moved on to the match tonight. He looks forward to beating the King in his little B words.
Yeah. Well, at this point, we can say, wait.
I guess.
Yeah. They say bitches?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. We can say that. We've already said fuck several times.
Well, I guess I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Anyways, that brings out King Corbin, Dolph, and Bob Roode to the stage. Corbin says, feeling is mutual. Ugh. He says, Roman couldn't have won. Oh, sorry. He says, thanks to Roman. Oh, sorry. Roman couldn't have won at the Royal Rumble without the help of the Usos.
Yeah. He cheated. He totally cheated. It's like, I know. He's a heel. He's not,
He's allowed to be an idiot to a degree.
Yeah, because, like, you had your guys.
Yeah, that's different, though.
That's different, though.
For Baron, it's different. And then he says, well, not only did I lose, but if it wasn't for the beatdown I got from all you last week, I could have won the Royal Rumble, and I could be pointing my scepter at the WrestleMania sign because I'd be in the main event.
I could do it.
I could do it. Jimmy tells him to stop yelling. He calls him Mr. Head Too Big for His Crown. And then goes on the list all the moves that they performed on him last week.
So
super kicks, Superman punches, spears, etc.
With all this, this was not a very good promo because it wasn't silly enough. Roman started talking about Baron having a dog fetish.
Dog food fetish. And started calling him Fetish Boy.
He started calling him that screamed at McMahon.
Yeah.
That was up there with I don't know,
Sparkle Crotch.
Sparkle Crotch. And then what was the one that Roman used to say? Didn't he say suffering succotash?
He said that once in a promo. Yeah.
Okay. So this was not good, but it didn't really convey just how awesome the dog food match would be.
Yeah, because Baron had to throw the video of the heels pouring dog food all over Roman.
Right.
And it was like Roman's like, hey, apparently you got a thing for dog food. Let's have a dog food match.
He's like, this is like the best thing you ever did in your career. He said, let's have a dog food match. Now, this had been advertised prior.
I think for a live event or something.
Yeah.
Next month.
Oh, okay. All right. So
My
usually
understanding.
sometimes you can get if they're basically do like a test balloon sort of thing.
They'll try things out in the house show circuit. But now they're doing fewer house shows in the next 2 months. I can't place. This is kind of piney. Grapefruity.
Do you think so? I like that it has a wide mouth. Because then more beer gets in my mouth.
Well, that's
quicker.
why I drink from a cup too. Because
that's like the widest mouth.
Too bad my mouth is wide enough.
You'd be like one of them weirdos on
down.
Guinness who sticks the whole mouth, your whole mouth on the thing, and it just goes down. I couldn't do that.
Somewhat translucent, not quite hazy though. For the hazy IPAs, I just mid-show beer review here.
Yeah, this is like very sudden here. Can you do this on Friendoville instead? I need views.
This is gonna be all gone by then.
I need views, man. Anyways, let's move on with SmackDown here.
Oh, okay.
So Baron accepts, and then a stagehand brings out just
this huge serving tray of dog food, buckets of dog food,
ton of
cans of
dog
food,
food.
congealed dog food, liquidy dog food. And like at the end of the show, the stuff they dumped on Baron looked like baked beans.
It probably was baked beans.
It probably was baked beans. It had the color of baked beans.
It did, yeah. Like I have dog.
Same.
Does Zoe eat wet food anymore?
Yeah. She eats the lightly cooked raw food because she's old now.
Okay.
And like we want to do raw, but apparently that's not good for old dogs.
Okay. So Gypsy eats whatever the crap, Purina 1, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And so I pop it open, and it goes, and it looks different than if you do the same thing to refried beans in a can. These look like beans, not dog food.
Well, and the color, that's what really struck me. They were very kind of rust.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Especially at the end, the buckets of stuff they were dumping them was a vibrant rust red-orange.
Now, I really hope in my heart that this is just like maybe 99-cent store dog food. I hope that it was actually dog food.
Yeah.
I feel like
I've never seen dog food this color before.
If they're going to cut Daniel Bryan's real hair, they should get real dog food for this. That's my opinion on it.
Because usually dog food is like a kind of a bland, beige, light brown.
Yeah.
And I've never seen dog food this brightly in vibrant of color.
But then, I get the stuff that's like a step over the crap stuff.
Well, I've gotten stuff, wet food for Zoe that's kind of run the gamut. Like the stuff we get out for her because she's old and we want her to be comfortable in her final years.
Of course.
Is not cheap.
Yeah.
But it comes in little patties.
Yeah.
But I've got her wet food before, and no matter the brand or what's in it, by and large, it's somewhere on a scale between medium brown to light brown.
Yeah.
At no point have I ever come across runny, rust-colored dog food.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. After that, we had Four Corners tag team match, Fatal 4-Way, Heavy Machinery, Lucha House Party, The Revival, and Miz and Morrison.
Now listen.
So yeah, this is fun stuff.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was like a long match. It was fun. Good stuff.
Yeah, everybody except maybe the Revival got a chance to shine.
I'm not sure why John Morrison's old and he's still able to do that corkscrew stuff he does to the outside. Man, he's gonna toss his hip one of these days. Man, he's terrific though.
You know, those 9 years away from WWE, I know he was wrestling the whole time, but he
wasn't wrestling on WWE schedule.
That's what I was gonna say. So I wonder if he's kind of like a young, I don't know how old he is, 40 maybe.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have as much tread in his tires as
He might feel better than he did before he.
Probably.
Because all these dudes, they go away, they find like new ways to rejuvenate their
They
bodies.
take care of their bodies and eat right. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a banging wife. He's probably got a healthy sex life. Yeah, man. All the juices flowing through your body.
John Morrison on Nugenics, yay or nay?
I'm the worst named workout assist.
Anyway, so at one point there's a bunch of people outside. Steve mentioned the John
Precious
Morrison.
bodily fluid. That's what I was thinking of from Strangelove.
Yes. So Morrison takes out Revival with that corkscrew splash thing, and he gets up and goes, Miz, hey, do it too. He starts doing this. Like, here, do a tope. So Miz runs the ropes, about to try something, and he's intercepted by Dawson. We go to commercial. We come back. Lindsay is dropping Miz and Morrison with a double stunner. Otis is in. He clears the ring. Tucky's in there, too, to kind of help out a little bit, but Otis is doing most of the work. And then Otis hits a double quarter splash on Miz and Morrison, follows with a double caterpillar, covers Miz. Miz kicks out. Heavy Machinery goes for the compactor. Dash low bridges Tucky when he's bouncing off the ropes to knock him out. Breaking that up. Shortly thereafter, Otis hits a power slam on Miz. Dawson breaks up the pin there. He takes it to Tucky. Lindsay Dorado is in. He hits a splash on Dawson. That is broken up by the Miz. Lindsay goes for the triple moonsaults. He gets the first two. The third on the very top. Dash pushes him off. Dawson then hits super belly to back. I can think on Lindsay. Dash follows with a splash. Miz breaks up that pin, and then he hits skull-crushing finale on Scott Dawson. Morrison follows with Starship Pain, and they get the win and a tag title opportunity at Crown Royal.
Crown Royal. Yeah, not too surprising on that one. I'd be surprised if the title changed hands there as opposed to Mania.
You never know, though.
Although there's still Elimination Chamber. But
yeah, no.
There's still a lot of time between now and Mania.
There's a chance that they can pick up Miz and Morrison can pick up the titles at Crown Royal.
Yeah.
And continue the feud until Mania. Maybe the New Day pick them back up there or something.
That could be. Yeah, that could be.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
No, it'd be cool to see those guys do. You know what I really want? I want Miz and Morrison to do like some skits like they used to. Some
bring back the dirt sheet.
Yeah, some pre-film skits.
That'd be fun.
Or just the dirt sheet in the middle of the ring. That's cool too.
Yeah.
Anyways, after that we had Heavy Machinery backstage arguing. This is great. So they're like, Mandy and Sonya walk up to them. They're all bummed out. She's like, hey, Mandy's like, hey, man, I'm so sorry about your loss, but I just want to say thank you so much for your help at the Rumble. Of course, he was there to cushion her blow and to keep her from
staved off elimination.
Yeah,
twice.
yeah, a couple times there. And so Otis and Tucky are sort of like going back and forth, and it's kind of obvious what's going on here. Tucky's trying to get Otis to get the courage up to ask Mandy. She's standing right there. They're very loud about this.
Yeah.
And Sonya's even like, guys, we're standing right here. What's going on?
Otis is all so nervous. I'm so nervous. I just wanted you to, I really like you. See if you wanted to go out with me next Friday.
And she's like, oh, man, I'm sorry. I've got plans next Friday.
Well, they work on Fridays. What's the story there?
Yeah, So he's like, oh. And immediately I was like, Friday, yes, I get to see this date. That's awesome. So he's all, oh. And then she says, but the following Friday, I'm free. And he just says, great. I was dead. He just said, great. That was fantastic. And then she's like, okay, see you then.
And Sonya and Mandy take their leave. They say, we have a match.
Tucky says, hey, Otis, good job. You scored a date on the most romantic day of the year, Valentine's Day. Oh, man, I can't wait for that shit. Oh, that's going to be amazing.
That's going to be something else.
That's going to be good.
Next, a really good Fiend Daniel Bryan recap from the Royal. There's some good interview stuff with Daniel Bryan where he's like getting showered up after his match. His back is hamburger from all the strap shots.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells a story about how he goes home and sees his family after the match. And he says usually, when he's a little beat up, he'll show his daughter his battle scars from his match.
She wants to see his boo-boos.
Yeah. And he says, okay. And right about as he's about to do it this time, Bree says, it's too much for her.
Yeah.
And he says, it was like this where I have to question whether I love this too much.
Yeah.
And he goes, and I do. I love this too much. I love wrestling too much. I put my body through this. And he says, I just hope that one day my daughter finds something that she loves as much as I love wrestling.
Yeah. It was really cool.
It was great.
Really well done. Yeah.
His performance was top notch.
And then didn't they say that we're going to see him next week? He's going to be back next week? I
Sure.
think they said that later on. Yeah, it was great too because Corey and Michael Cole were having a good time. Some people here in chat mentioning Lena Bliss here says Corey says, "Well, good job there, Otis. You shot your shot." And
oh yeah,
and she said yes.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Oh man. I still think that commentary needs one guy, and that guy's Booker T.
Oh hell yeah!
Could you imagine Booker T commenting on some of this bullshit, on some of this cartoony stuff?
It'd be so good.
It'd be so great. Him just talking about Otis alone would be worth it.
The Corey and Cole, just the two of them, it seemed a little too buttoned up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
They need a loose cannon.
I wonder if there's been a directive from like on high or through Fox. Hey, we want to make it a bit serious, which is ironic because it's the goofiest show. Or they have the ingredients are the goofiest ingredients they have. I feel like this week finally they understood. Let's just be goofy as shit.
Yeah.
Let's just be completely overborn with it. And I hope they continue to do that because I really like when it's like that.
Yeah,
when people are having
or just
fun.
bring in Booker T.
Just bring in Booker
because
T.
he has fun regardless of what he's doing.
I know exactly.
And you can tell that Booker T just says whatever he wants to say.
Yeah,
I don't think he really pays attention to
like
Vince.
all the people. And I think Booker. Hasn't he said in the past he doesn't like to do commentary? Mm-hmm. Like, he's like, dude, I'd rather not have to be committed every single week to going to a different part of the country.
Yeah.
So, I mean, good on him. I just wish that he wanted to do it and the money was
so
good for him.
He's so good. Like I said, with Corey and Cole being so kind of buttoned up, you inject Booker T into that, where he'll take things on weird tangents and whatnot.
It's just surprising to me. Like, they brought back Lawler seemingly to be a veteran influence on Raw when they had Vic Joseph and Dio Madden.
Yeah.
And yet, why wouldn't they have brought Booker T?
Maybe he just doesn't want to do it.
That could be. But yeah, that could be. I guess so. After that, we had Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross against Fire and Desire.
They'd stop short of saying this is the number one contenders match. They said rumors are going around that whoever wins this match will have a leg up on getting a title opportunity against Asuka and Kairi Sane.
Are they listening to dirt sheets now or something?
Maybe it was like that one time where Corey said, I hear it on good authority that this is going to be a ladder match or something. And that ladder match never happened.
Yeah, what did he say? He said there's been rumblings that John Morrison has signed with WWE. He was on backstage. He was already. They announced it there.
Yeah, they announced it
I saw
backstage.
Ryan Satin on the Satin Report say this.
Yeah, the satin sheet.
The satin sheet.
Short match, but fun. We got to see Nikki.
How was it that Ryan Satin didn't dub Pro Wrestling Sheet the Satin Sheets? Because it's like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
'Cause some sheets are.
Maybe he thought that was
made
too
of
specific
satin.
to him. He wanted something a little broader for searchability.
Yeah, it could be.
SEO.
SCO. Not to be confused with SCU, the group, not the website.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
this is a fun match. As I mentioned, Alexa and Nikki pick up the win. No funny business, no Otis. Just Nikki and Alexa besting Fire and Desire. And they didn't do anything else. They didn't really mention anything about Fire and Desire's bit at the Rumble where they said, well, I'm not going to. Or, Sonya said, if it's just the two of us, I'll eliminate myself.
Week to week.
And then Sonya was kind of involved in Mandy's elimination inadvertently.
Week to week, they seem to want to go towards some story with these two, and then they don't. I feel like at this point, they sort of just decided, okay, we're just going to go all in on Otis and Mandy, and Sonya will be sort of along for the ride, I guess. Because I actually really like Sonya in that. Number one, I really like Fire and Desire as a team.
Yeah,
I have
me too.
no desire to see them split up. And Sonya makes for a very amusing sort of wingman, I guess, for Mandy Rose, because she has a great sort of deadpan.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like them as a team.
Yeah,
It'd be a shame. I'd like to see them get the tag titles, and then maybe you can do whatever.
Well,
with
the
them.
problem is too is there's such a lack of focus on the women's tag titles as it is, and they've done really nothing to establish any team beyond Asuka and Kairi.
Yeah.
Like, when's the last time you saw the Iconics on TV? Forever.
I was shocked they were in the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked.
So, breaking up women's tag teams really isn't the best idea right now. When the division is already as thin as what it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, fun match. So apparently, maybe if rumors are true, Alexa and Nikki Cross get a title shot at some point.
Maybe we should listen to After the Bell for those rumors.
Maybe.
Braun Strowman versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the IC title was up next. Did you sort of get the feeling going into this they're making kind of a big deal about Braun not having the title?
Well, they're making a huge deal about Nakamura having the belt for so long,
That's
too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's right.
They said he had the belt for 99 days. I checked our score sheet for our draft. I don't think he's had a single title defense since we did this draft in October. He has one pinfall.
No,
he has one pinfall victory, and it was not a title defense.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Wow. Who has him?
You do?
Fuck. Bad move, Steve. Whatever. Wow. Yeah. I mentioned this on the Twitters. They completely dropped the ball in this fucking faction. You've got three of the all-time modern-day performers.
Yeah.
Like Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura. We all saw what they're capable of. Plenty in NXT. Cesaro, we have seen numerous times over the years what he's capable of.
Yep.
You got three amazing workers. They don't have any. They even, and I know they've referred to them as this before. They just need a T-shirt. But Reigns and the Usos, they called them a bloodline, I think.
Yeah.
Which I've heard before. They really need to solidify that, though. Add Naomi formally to the mix. You know, we saw a little bit of interaction.
Man, that
tonight.
helmet she had was
holy shit. Naomi was on. Oh, God.
fucking amazing.
She's fucking great. If that's the Mania match, her versus Bayley, give me a break, dude. Could you imagine like if they did like the title, but on that cool like helmet of like an LED lights on,
and then she has
helmet,
the title with
and
the
then
LED
she
lights.
also has the title.
Hell yes.
Fuck, that could be great. Anyways, Braun Strowman ended up getting the title off Shinsuke with a power slam. No shenanigans from Cesaro or Sami Zayn.
Well, there's all sorts of shenanigans
for the finish, you know.
Well, kind of.
They didn't screw Braun out of the title.
No, they tried to, but inadvertently screwed Nakamura out of the title.
Yeah.
So towards the end, Sammy goes and removes the turnbuckle cover while Cesaro's distracting the ref, and then Nakamura tries to ram Braun's head in turnbuckle. Braun's like, "No, you eat turnbuckle." Power slam for the win.
Yeah,
Sammy got involved a couple times.
My point is,
too.
I was like, I think once they started talking about Shinsuke's, number of days he's had the title, I was like, oh, this is totally going to change hands. It's just mildly surprising. You think there's going to be, they're going to get involved and it's going to be a DQ finish.
Yeah.
Braun ended up picking up the win and the title.
Yeah, I figured it'd be a DQ finish and they'd save the actual title change for Crown Royal or something.
Yeah.
Nope.
Or maybe even the main event of a SmackDown. But this is a very special SmackDown where somebody ate dog food.
Of course.
Yeah.
What makes this particular episode of SmackDown so super?
Somebody ate dog food.
Ingestion of dog food.
Yeah. Someone's going to eat dog food.
Afterwards, I kind of missed most of this because I was in getting my burrito. my wife took the kids out for dinner. I couldn't go because I had to watch SmackDown.
You didn't miss.
And she was nice enough to bring me this huge carnitas burrito.
That's awesome. This was one of the few things of tonight's show that just I could give a shit about. So Sami Zayn's backstage with Nakamura and Cesaro. He's being interviewed. And
he's like, it's a travesty, it's an injustice, and Nakamura
and
lost.
then you hear Elias and some chords. He starts playing a song. Sami Zayn hears it, sees it, I guess, through the fucking camera or whatever. And it's like, hey, would you stop doing that? Elias says no. Sami says stop. Elias says okay. Sami starts talking.
It's
Elias
like
cuts him off again.
It's like that scene in, what was it, Return of the Jedi? Where Luke and Darth Vader are talking to each other, even though they're nowhere near each other.
Yes, they're both force sensitive.
Yes, exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
So yeah, they're going at it. You can tell Sami Zayn, like, he would look into the camera, son. He was like looking into the camera, but then he sometimes would DDP it and sort of look off here, Undertaker.
Yeah.
And then so Sami then sent
Cesaro out
to the ring.
take care of business. So Elias starts a promo and is about to sing a song. Cesaro comes out. And Elias just pretty much dispatches him with ease.
What is the point of this fucking faction? If they're letting Elias,
there is no point. That's the problem. There is no point.
Horrible.
0 point.
Man, these guys are all so good.
I know. They'll be also good too in All Elite Wrestling when they inevitably leave.
I dig seeing Shinsuke there, man. That'd be rad.
He thinks he's got time to surf now. Wait till he gets to work 1 day a week.
Yeah.
He just re-signed, though, I thought. Maybe his contract's not up till after Mania.
Oh, if he just re-signed, it ain't going to be up till after Mania 2026.
Yeah, no. I remember if he just re-signed or if his contract's up after Mania. I don't remember.
I don't know, man. I mean, who knows? Maybe, he's probably thinking, I got it pretty good. For some people, like, he did everything that he probably gave a shit about.
Oh, in New Japan,
he could probably give a shit at this point. We've never heard that he's been disgruntled in WWE.
He probably makes some good money, and he
probably about to have, if he has re-signed, he's probably making a shit ton more now.
gets to surf.
Takes care of his family.
Takes care of his body more now, probably, too, because he's not working such a rough style.
Yeah.
And maybe that's one reason he might not go to All Elite is because the potential is there. You haven't really seen that play out in their weekly television. Maybe on the pay-per-view from time to time. I mean, if it's Kenny or the Young Bucks are in a match, they're working a more physical style in the pay-per-view. But in your rank and file AEW match, I don't think they're working any stiffer than a WWE match.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
After that, we had a Chad Gable, Sheamus recap. And after that, Sheamus versus Chad Gable. A rematch for some reason. Maybe Chad Gable won a rematch because Sheamus exploded his ear.
How is it? Wait, he did that again.
Yeah.
How is it that Chad Gable got worse from his Rumble match to this one? He didn't learn anything new.
And Corey kept on going on and on, always changing his strategy to great effect. No, this match was way shorter.
It wasn't. It was shorter. He sucked more.
Yeah.
He lost quicker.
Yeah. This seemed to be an inferior strategy, not a superior
He thought
one.
breaking out would be the trick.
Fool.
He did everything he could in the last match.
Here's the problem. He hit the breakout button. Little did he know there was a commercial break following the breakout for Sheamus to get his bearings back.
Idiot.
And if you're going to break out, carry with you chair, bat, or sledgehammer, as you do in the game.
Exactly.
Otherwise, what's the point? You're going to anger
Maybe he
the
chose
larger
sledgehammer
competitor.
and it didn't show up because it was shitty 2K20.
Maybe.
That could
And he's like,
be.
where is it? Oh, it's floating above the ring.
Speaking of which, not shitty 2K19 is going to be on full display tomorrow. Interdimension Tension 2.
Yes.
For those of you who did not catch it live, the replay, the VOD,
Yeah, I believe it's going up. I scheduled it for 5 in the a.m.
is going up. Oh, you better watch it first thing in the morning because if you don't,
I'll tell you what,
you
man.
can watch it later.
I'm really happy with how the intro and the song came out, so please give it a look even just for that. Give it a good
He
30
worked
seconds.
so hard in this today. Why aren't you going to watch it?
Well, I'm not going to go so far as to say I worked really hard.
Watch
but I
the
worked-
goddamn show.
I spent a good 3 hours on it. Not even
Hit
that
the
long.
like button.
Oh, I haven't scheduled it yet. I'll do that right now.
What the hell?
Thought I did.
Anyways, so yeah, Sheamus beat the shit out of Chad Gable, exploded
Yeah.
his ear. They gave him a bro kick.
Oh, it is scheduled. Never mind.
Hopefully, he sent him back to main event. After
Send
that,
him back to being Chad Gable.
yeah, somebody on Twitter, who is this that said that? Somebody on Twitter said maybe Shorty G is leaking out of his ear and he's going to turn back into Chad Gable. Oh,
One can hope. One can hope.
One can hope.
One
Shorty
can
G's just leaking out.
Next, Bailey came out for a promo. First thing she said was, "Gosh, I'm good." Goes on about how great she is. She says she's happy that she got payback on Lacey Evans for injuring Sasha.
Yeah.
And she got to do it while her kid was sitting front row, and now her kid gets to see what a loser and a failure her mom is.
Yeah, this wasn't a good promo. She's not a good heel.
No.
There are aspects of her heel persona that I think are relatively successful, but her promos, which have never really been her thing, they just don't translate.
There was a window there where she was being a heel without realizing she was being a heel. That was really good.
When she was still the side ponytail stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Like when there was that flicker of "You ain't shit, Bailey," that would have been perfect. And they started to do that again when Sasha first came back, and then they had the full conversion.
And now she's just mopey.
And now she's mopey, and even like tonight she wasn't mopey. She was more like outwardly heel, like extrovert heel. But it just doesn't translate. It feels off.
Oh, there's nothing consistent. I mean, like, where does Fired Up heel, which we saw tonight, where does that align with sulking mopey heel we saw at the Rumble, where she's like coming down the ring with a huge frown on her face with her head down, you know?
Yeah.
There's no focus. Anyways, she said now that Lacey's kid doesn't have anyone to look up to, I will be her role model. And then she's like, we all know Charlotte's going to challenge me, so just get out here and get it over with. Instead of Charlotte, we had Naomi with the most amazing helmet I've ever seen.
This was rad, man.
It was covered in LEDs.
This
and like
was so cool.
The stuff on it was changing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Oh, it was so cool. I loved it. I thought her entrance was great. She has like, I don't know, she just seems really happy to be back. She's got that extra swagger.
Let me ask you something.
Okay, go ahead.
So Joaquin Wilde said on Twitter that he spent 8 months
Oh man.
on that helmet of his
Yeah.
and the look of his. He's got to give Naomi a call and find out who did that helmet for her and get at least that on his.
No,
thing he has on his
maybe
head
they
now.
said, "Hey, so we have some plans for an LED helmet. Stop doing yours."
Or it's like someone was over his shoulder at NXT. He's like, "Oh, this is interesting stuff."
Exactly,
Like he was essentially doing R&D
Yeah.
for someone up on the main roster and it turned out to be Naomi.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He found somebody on Etsy, and that guy was like, "Whoa, what is that?" It's like, "Oh man, it's gonna be my new helmet. It's really cool. I found this guy on Etsy." He's like, "Really? Can you send me that link?"
Oh, he's all
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah,
takes a
even
picture
worse.
of it. So Naomi comes out. She drops a promo, calls out Bayley for saying that she's beaten everyone in the women's division because she hasn't beat her.
I'm gonna give this shout out at Wrestling Dad 8, the number 8, said the Shorty G joke because I really
good.
laughed at that one.
And she says the SmackDown title could use some glow. And then she's about to carry on. And then Bayley, apparently watching how Adam Cole attacked Tommaso Ciampa on NXT, popped her in the head with a mic, throws some hands, tries to hit her with the title. Naomi ducks, hits us like the disaster kick. Bayley flees.
Handsome Be Wonderful said Shorty G needs the big hog gimmick.
Oh, man. Anyways, and that brings us to our main event. Bob Roode's got pants now.
What the fuck was that about?
I don't know.
Why he got pants on? It doesn't look right.
I've never seen him in pants before.
Why does he look shorter with pants?
I know.
Everybody looks shorter when you get put trunks on.
His legs look skinnier,
You
too.
look taller. Yeah, they do.
He looks like he's borrowing pants from Christian.
Yeah, I know. I wondered if like his trunks got lost somewhere.
No, because they had his glorious pose on the side.
Oh shit! Really?
That's his new gear now, man.
Oh god! Did he come out with his robe?
I didn't notice.
I think he had it when they first came out when they did the thing
On the stage, yeah.
I think on the stage he had it. I didn't notice it during the entrances.
No, I didn't notice it
man.
either. He's got pants now.
Like, and they should be like white with like sequins or something like that, or bejeweled.
Yeah.
Like that could be cool because he's glorious. These look like, yeah, like you said, like Christian's pants. It's not good. He's just devolving.
I don't know. Maybe he just stopped caring. Dolph's probably like, hey, we should wear matched pants since we're a tag team. Yeah, fine, Dolph. That's cool. Yeah, Dolph, that'd be glorious.
Yeah, sure. Can you go tell Wardrobe to do that for me?
And, tell him whatever. It's fine.
Like, okay, what do you want on him? I don't know.
I don't know. Just
Glorious.
glorious. That seems to be who I am. Glorious.
Glorious. Hey, Dolph, that'd be fucking glorious. Okay, Bob.
Sure thing, Bob.
Sure thing, Bob.
Anyways, this was a fun match.
Yeah, no, it was.
Jey Uso was isolated at the beginning. There was some shenanigans to try to keep Roman out of the ring. Eventually, though, Jey does get the hot tag to Reigns. He takes it to Corbin for a good stretch, goes for Superman punch. However, Baron evades that. Choke slam for Roman. And he got Bob Roode in his pants, distracting the ref. And then Baron rakes Roman's eyes. Dolph hits him with a super kick. Baron hits a deep 6. Only a 2 count. That's Dolph's finish. Kicked out his finish. Baron gets finished.
Deep 6?
No, Dolph, super kick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know he's won with the super kick before, but like sometimes people just like kick out of one, won't they? On his super kick?
No, I feel like he's won matches, a lot of matches. It's basically his
He
finish.
has, yeah, it is.
That's basically his finish now.
Who did he hit that on?
Roman.
Oh, well, that's Roman.
I know it's a different tier, but
Okay.
nonetheless. So Rude tries to get Baron's scepter for him. Instead, Jimmy, as soon as Bob Roode turns around, Jimmy hits him with a suicide dive. He's pretty much out of the equation the rest of the night. Roman then hits a Superman punch on Baron. Dolph breaks up the pin, and then he's sent out of the ring by Jey. Jey then follows it with a suicide dive. We don't see Dolph again. It's like they got teleported back to NXT.
Yeah.
So Roman goes for a spear. Baron avoids that. And then Roman rolls him up in, God damn it, good direction here. Because you see Baron's face and you see the look on his face. He realizes, I've gotten rolled up. I am done for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he's like doing this. He's reaching out.
He doesn't know. He has no idea.
He
how
doesn't
to
know
get
that
out
if
of
he
a
pushes
roll-up.
his legs up.
He has no
can kick
idea
out.
how to get out of a roll up. His core he's got no core strength.
Consistent
whatsoever.
long-term storytelling. I love that he has one weakness, and that's getting rolled up.
That is, it is very impressive that somebody has an eye on that. Somebody totally has an eye on that.
Especially when they really want to humiliate Baron.
Yeah.
Roll him up.
I hope it's Baron who has an eye on that.
I hope so.
I hope that he's completely and totally self-aware.
I know you want Roman to beat me with spear, but
yeah,
he really should just roll me up.
Yeah, that's like my character's thing.
Hey, brother love.
Hey, brother love. Hey, love brother.
So anyways, apparently they didn't even show this, as I recall. Dolph and Bob Roode are trapped under the announce table. And it gets dumped on top of them.
Yeah.
And then the Usos produce some handcuffs. They handcuff Baron and then put the chain over the ring post so he's trapped.
Well, did you mention he got speared on the outside?
Oh, no, I didn't mention that. He got speared on the outside.
He was like, oh, no, I don't want to do this. He gets speared, and then they put the handcuffs
That's great.
on him.
And then, so they bring the cart of dog food over.
I think Michael Cole was laughing when he yelled spear.
Cole probably enjoyed the hell out of this. So they bring the cart over with all the dog food because they brought down the ringside. And so Roman has like a large wooden spoon. And so he gets like bits of dog food and starts flicking it.
Flicking it at Baron.
And then one of the Uso brothers dumped this huge vat of it on Baron. And then Roman grabs the other bucket and dumps it on him.
Yeah.
And then they all pose.
They all posed for a picture. It's great.
That's pretty funny.
It was pretty great.
They all seemed like they were having fun.
Yeah. No, I loved it. I thought it was awesome. Happy birthday, Ray Bostaff.
Happy birthday.
He said 45 minutes until he's not. It's not his birthday, so glad we got that in for you.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Anyways, want to answer some questions?
Yeah, let's answer some questions. I'm going to hit the Discord, see what these guys are talking about. Alex Foster, what wrestlers that are currently inactive should go to SmackDown to make it more exciting? Man, send Apollo Crews over there.
Yeah.
Have him, you know what they should do? Have him be like a target for Sami Zayn's group, but then
why would he want to join? He would just lose all the time.
He turns, and he's what makes them
great.
I mean, at some point, don't you just like say, okay, you have these because you guys got to start winning now?
Yeah,
it's just a collection of clowns.
Yeah, it really is.
It's terrible.
David Adams,
clowns.
I believe Michael Cole forgot to mention the loser eats dog food.
Oh, I was dying every time he said it.
Rich Nason, Rich and Chase saying hi. Chase needs a club shirt.
Is Chase's size small? Because we have them available at our shop, friendomarket.com.
Restock. We got them all restocked.
Everything's restocked, so they're all there. We don't have anything smaller than a small, though.
Kirsten. Sorry. It says, make a meat like a dog.
Like a dog. Ha, ha, ha. Roman, I thought it was hilarious when you made Baron
eat like a dog.
Like a dog. Literally. Let's see here. Austin hates Kenta. What wrestler in NXT would benefit from a change to SmackDown and vice versa?
Well, I think the list of people benefiting from a shift to NXT is larger than the opposite.
Yeah.
Like if Mustafa Ali goes to NXT, that'd be huge.
That'd be massive.
Yeah,
that's a great answer.
But if like
Who's Apollo?
But if like Kona Reeves goes to SmackDown, you're never going to see him. Unless it's taking L to Baron Corbin.
Yeah, or you'd see him a lot. You know, they do that. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's past that window. You know, there's like some people in NXT you'd see like kind of, and they just like ship them over to Maine.
Mm-hmm.
They do fine there. I don't know. I want to see Apollo Crews do something. Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, I think he's on Raw.
Yeah, probably.
Kirsten again. Now that Braun has the IC title, they're trying to distance him from Bray as much as possible. Maybe, but they got to come back around to that at some point.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. That's a good point.
They really need to.
Yeah, they need to make Braun sort of like he needs to be sort of like, because the Fiend is all weird and he's going to have that title probably at least till Mania, and I hope he keeps it past Mania. Then you have Braun be like sort of, I know he's not necessarily like the best wrestler on the planet, but like be their Brock, you know, like everybody's gunning for the IC title because the Fiend is too fucked up. You know?
Yeah, I know. Ray Bostaff, I just feel horrible for Bob Roode. He should ask for his release and have him go to the NWA.
Dude, you want him to take like the biggest pay hit ever? like what are those paychecks like? I'm pretty sure we're making more money than the people in the NWA.
Christopher Ampersad, I really enjoyed SmackDown. Oh wait, I'm high. That's why SmackDown was
Who
good.
said that?
Rampersad.
Rampersad gets high? That's awesome. I never would have figured that. He should light up before he sends a Mad Chat question.
Maybe. Is Braun the new Big Show? He hasn't turned face and heel enough times for that to.
Hello,
to be
Stephen
the
Larson.
case.
This is Christopher Eppersod. My face is melting. I think I took a bad hit. Somebody put some angel dust in my show. Why is Vince ruining Raw?
Nathan Zapata, you guys ever find yourself using wrestling terminology outside of the wrestling world? I find myself saying that's the shoot often. Yes.
Yeah. I've started using kayfabe. Whenever somebody's faking, I'm like, he's kayfabing it.
He's kayfabing it. I'll say shoot and work all the time.
Yeah.
Wolfpack for life. What is the least impactful finisher in WWE right now, and why is it Starship Pain?
Man, does he ever actually hit Starship Pain?
He did last week on Kofi. He hit that one pretty well.
Okay, all right.
That's got to be a really hard move.
Yeah, what's his face? Dawson was, I forgot which one was which at this point. Scott Dawson, the bald one, right?
Correct.
Yes, nice. Well, I don't care anymore because I'm gonna have to learn new names.
You are.
So fucking why do I care now?
Well, you got a few months yet.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like even when I saw him take the skull crushing finale and roll into position, I was like, oh, you're too close to the corner. He's not going to be able to get it that close. And sure enough, he barely lifted him.
I don't know. James Rodriguez, when they showed the clip of Bryan showering at Royal Rumble, was he fully nude in front of the cameras?
Yeah, they have footage of his butt cheeks.
Emperor Hodge. It is astonishing how much worse the SmackDown roster is compared to Raw and NXT. Also,
that's actually a really good question. Was he showering in the camera? Who broached that subject? Hey, we want to get a shot of you showering.
What do you say? No. No.
Oh, no, actually, he's an exhibitionist, so yes.
Also, who should beat Braun for their Continental Championship? I would love Sheamus or Ali to win. Yes to Ali. Hard no to Sheamus.
Yeah, no, definitely Ali. They have your David Goliath story. That'd be great. That'd be terrific.
Philly Flexer, what's next for Shorty G? Stopping the bleeding first. Get that ear fixed.
Can somebody sew that piece of shit up?
Super glue it or something.
What the hell's going on there? You need more than some super glue, man. He needs a replacement ear. Can he get ear replacement surgery?
Maybe. Greg Morris, could the Fiend's weakness be taking the mask off? That's probably all it is.
I still like it's taking his pants off.
Yeah, pants him. Pants him.
Pants the Fiend, and you win.
He's very self-conscious about his micro.
About his thumb cock. Take video footage of him in the shower. You ever seen Terrence Howard naked? I was in a black hole in the internet somewhere.
Wow.
Somewhere. And there was a gif of him in a scene from some movie where he's in prison and there's a shower scene and he's running and the comment is Terrence Howard has a micro.
Oh my gosh.
And then his ex was on Twitter blasting the size of his dingus at some point. So,
wow.
I don't know, man. Poor Terrence Howard.
Alex Foster, who would you add to Sammy's faction? He says, oh no, he can be with Cesaro. Someone that can win a match.
Yeah, they need somebody that can win a match. That's what they really need.
Oh, David Prock says, returning patron, I attended SmackDown tonight and saw Ali and Apollo Crews work a dark match before the show. Apollo was working a little heel. Do you think that could work for him in the long term? Yeah, any sort of character could work for him.
I mean, I just want to see him on TV first. He
I
needs
know.
to be on TV. Man, remember that one little stuff? Every once in a
That
while,
pose
man.
off with Lashley was great.
They'll give him a little sliver of something to work with.
It was so good.
And then it's gone forever.
Jank Montford, am I the one thinking that SmackDown is the same show every week, starts with Corbin, ends with Corbin? Yeah.
Yeah,
fair criticism.
but hey, you know what? This week proved that you can have the same ingredients, and if you just mix them together differently,
You get rust-colored dog food.
exactly. So I don't know. I was cool with SmackDown tonight. We were on. Kirsten just said Steve in all caps.
What'd you say?
I think she was referring to me talking about Terrence Howard's micro.
All right. Oh, goodness.
Oh boy. Anyways, so yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's a good show.
That's it for the show. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We definitely appreciate it. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.